Hi, welcome back. So in the previous video, we have seen some of the track settings. So now in this video, we are going to add some of the trackers into the scene here. So first of all, we'll see the settings here. So as in the previous video, we have done some settings here. So let it be like a default. Only the thing is here you have to put it to like previous frame so that it will maintain the good tracking. And here make sure go to the first frame here. And also once again you prefetch this. So now it has to load the footage here. So I will just click on this prefetch so that it will load entire footage here. Now it has been loaded. So let's start tracking here. So I will go to the first frame. So first of all, here you have to create the trackers where you want to place the model. So in case in my situations here, I want to place the model throughout this plane here, this ground, so that I have to create, so that I will create the trackers in this area itself. So now here we will find out the contrast area so that we will get a good track here. So most of the time the trackers will work on the contrast point. So we have to find out the contrast points in this plane here. So let's say first we'll start with this thing. So here we have a contrast point. Now in order to add the track, just we need to control left click so that it will add a track here. After you add the tracker, here it will open some of the properties. And also here you can see the preview where the actual tracker point is being placed here. So if you want to move, you can just left click and drag so that you can access the tracker properly. So if you want to track this point here, if you come to the left side, you can see there are some track controls. So by using this here, you can start the tracking, or else you can come here and you can start tracking by using these buttons. So now if you want to track this, you can click on this track selected markers forward for the entire clip here, because now we are starting the tracking from the first frame. So we have to click on this thing. Suppose in case if you are starting the track from the last frame, then we have to click on this backward option. So for time being, I will click on this. Now it has been tracked. So when you zoom in, you can see there is any disturbance in the track here. So now it has been tracked perfectly. And if you want to see, you can see here the preview. So whenever you drag, you can see whether it is shifting to other point. So, okay. So it is good. So it is not shifting to other pixels. So now we'll add the next tracker. So what the thing is, we can add multiple trackers and we can track together. So what in my case, I will use only the single tracker because we will have a full control on each and every track which we are adding into the scene. So we'll search for another contrast point. So let's say, suppose this is a one. So make sure you're in the first frame and just I will control left click and you can drag this. And here we have a shortcut also. So if you press Control T, then it will start tracking. So if you want to see the shortcut, see if I place a pointer here, you can see there is a shortcut like Control T. So you have to select that point and press Control T so that it will start tracking. Now, if you see this, here you can see. So here the track is okay, but the thing is actually it is scaling also. So what the thing is, now we can add the scale property so that we can get the good tracker here. So what the thing is, first of all, I will remove this tracker. So if you want to remove this tracker, you can select the track and you can press X so that you can delete the track here. Now here we can select the motion type. So here instead of location, we can put it to location and scale so that what the thing is here, actually the camera is moving front. So it is changing the location and it is also like scaling. So we have to put it to this option like location and scale. So once we'll try with this. So we'll find the same tracker. So here same point. So here I will control left click and just press Control T. Now it has been tracked. So now we'll see this point here. See, now the tracking is perfect. So see, it's not jumping towards the other pixel. So in these cases, we have to use this thing like location and scale so that it will track perfectly. So next I will take another point which is going out of the frame here so that I will show some example how to clear the forward keyframes and how to clear the backward keyframes here. So for example, I will take this point so that this point after some frames it is going out of the frame here. So this point which is going out of the frame, I will track this point now. So just I will control left click and if you want you can scale this. And now let's say we will click on this Control T Now see, it has been stopped the tracking because the point has been went out of the frame here. So here I will explain about this clear option. So this is very useful when the trackers are like jumping towards the other pixels or something. Like for example, suppose if this tracker is perfect up to here and and the rest of the tracking points are not good, then if you want to clear this tracking points, then we can use this option clear towards forward direction. So if you click on this, what it will do is it will clear the forward tracks. So what the thing is, again, if you want to retract, then you can retract this. And in case suppose if you want to clear the backward track, then you can click on this so that we can remove the backward track. And also whatever the trackers were added, it will show all the list of the tracks in this here. This is like dope sheet. So here you can see now we have added the 3 trackers. So it will show how many tracks, how many frames it has been tracked here. So the third tracker which we have done, we have tracked only few frames. So now that's why it's showing up to like 26. So what the thing is, in Blender, we need to add minimum 8 trackers so that it will work perfectly. So I will add bit more trackers and I will come back. So now I have added some of the tracks here. So which is like more than 8 trackers here. So now we are good to go. So now in the next video, we are going to see how to solve the camera tracks. And also make sure you save the project. So see you in the next video.